Johns County's proposed tree rules mean for developers. St. Johns County is preparing to tighten protections for trees, especially high-value specimen trees, in a proposed overhaul of its tree ordinance. The proposed updates aim to strengthen preservation efforts, particularly on large-scale residential developments, while also increasing penalties for removing trees that can't be replaced. Currently, developers who cut down protected trees without replanting must pay $25 per inch of tree removed into a tree bank fund. That rate could soon quadruple to $100 per inch if the new ordinance is approved. Mike Robertson, the county's director of growth management, explained that this change targets larger projects, not individual homeowners. It's more for developments where large trees are cleared and trees can't be replaced on site, Robertson said. The Tree Bank Fund also helps to pay future tree planting and preservation projects countywide. Other key changes include doubling upland preservation requirements from 5 to 10%, from 5 to 10% on developments larger than 40 acres. Sorry, blue screen brain. A simplified process to define and measure specimen trees using a state-aligned formula based on diameter at breast height, greater clarity around which trees are non-removable under the ordinance. Specimen trees are large, valuable trees that can't be removed regardless of development, says Robertson. We've updated the way we measure them to align with state standards and make it easier for developers and the county. Local tree removal business owner Joe Willard says most developers are already familiar with the rules. They know their site plans, what trees can and cannot come out, Willard said. While some trees must be removed to build, developers typically preserve trees around the perimeter and replant new ones. The county will hold a final hearing on August 5th, where the Board of County Commissioners will vote on whether to adopt the new ordinance. I mean, breast height seems a little subjective. That they fall at different heights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, anything moving in that direction is a positive in the tree ordinance. I mean, I think we're pretty strict already.
Mm-hmm.
So just adding to it is and it's only for people over 40 acres is what it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
So it's these PUDs and these bigger ones that it's affecting. So I don't see a huge issue with this.
Yeah.
The Tree Bank Fund, has funded a lot of good things where people, and the Tree Bank Fund is where they couldn't put in the trees, so they had to pay into the Tree Bank Fund,
mm-hmm.
and then those type things help with like preserves and some of the other stuff that
replacing
that's
trees
out there.
in other places.
Yeah. So it's a positive. They got it. I think there was a little bit of a struggle with staff and some commissioners getting it down, but it sounds like they got it to a good spot.
Yeah, so. I think so. Maybe you can answer a question for me. I heard that flowering trees get you 2 tree credits, whereas non-flowering trees just get you 1 credit.
I think it has more to do with calipers.
Okay.
Than that, but I mean that could be something that's in the subs that because people use crepe myrtles a lot,
mm-hmm.
Because they're easy to maintain usually, and they don't, their roots don't go crazy on you. I mean that has a lot to do with a lot of these developments is they put in trees that aren't, the roots don't spread.
So that's my question. I asked the developer of my first home, should I name them? Seagate Homes, why they were putting magnolias in all of our little yards, because magnolias just grow huge and you're not really supposed to trim them, so they just kind of grow to the ground.
And the leaves are a pain in the ass.
The leaves are a pain in the butt, and then the seed pods are too, and so I just why are y'all putting in all these magnolia trees that are just going to be terrible? They're going to eat up our front yard over time, and it's just, they're messy. And it's we get more points for flowering trees. So I drive around developers and I see magnolias and crepe myrtles everywhere, and I'm like, 2 points, 2 points, 2 points.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and magnolias, they can be a challenge.
They're a high maintenance tree.
They're a high maintenance tree.
Yeah.
So I mean I think that's why crepe myrtle seems to be the go-to. Mm-hmm. And I think Rebecca, she said calipers with question marks. So the calipers is the trunk width, and how much how wide that that trunk is how the credit is, and
Mhm.
it goes by inches, and it goes down even smaller than that. So, yeah. Try and behave yourself.
Reining it in.
Try and behave yourself.
All right. That Gas Buddy Gas
I
report.
swear my calipers were bigger.
The tree doctor told me. The Gas Buddy Gas report. Tell us in the comments what gas prices are